Hey, I want to do a little follow-up video of my last one, the alternate power source for Starlink Mini. I upgraded a little bit, a lot of it based on the fact that one, somebody said something in the comments about being careful because these batteries don't have an internal low voltage cutoff. And then I immediately ran this battery dead and killed two cells inside it, and I had to replace those two. So I looked into this low voltage cutoff. I almost bought some of these before for my grandson's Power Wheels, but I ended up finding an adapter that would reduce it down to 12, reduce a 20 volt battery down to 12 volt, and also had a low voltage cutoff. So I didn't buy any of these at that time, but I've got them now. These are the XH-M609 low voltage cutoff. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus in here. And you can see that it has a digital readout, a couple of buttons down here for programming, and then your input and output plugs or fittings. And then I bought this enclosure. I bought some of these enclosures that were approximately the right size for that. When I looked at the depth of it, I compared the dimensions that were published for the low voltage cutoff circuit board and the enclosure, and it seemed like they would fit. But when I got it, it was just a little bit tall in order to pop the lid back on. So what I did was, if you can see there, all of the leg extensions stick down pretty far. So I was able to take my flush cut wire cutters and trim those off, so that it just gave me enough room that this low voltage cutoff would fit inside the enclosure and I could snap the lid on. So I wired it up, made sure that it worked, and it works just as advertised. And I'll show you what's inside this box. I went ahead and put a little window there. I just basically cut it out with a knife, and then super glued a piece of Lexan on the back of it, so that I could monitor the voltage and see if the power's on. And the way this works is you program a set cutoff voltage, which in this case I put at 16.8. I understand these boxes cut off at or the tools cut off at 15, but I figured I'd give myself some wiggle room. And so these are used to program this system. And then there's a red LED that lets you know if it's supplying power. So in this case, it's above the cutoff. It is supplying power, and my Mini is on. And then I just once I got it installed in the box, in the enclosure, I just super glued it to the top of the adapter, and now I have. That's basically it. That's the whole setup is that. It's just that deal there. So to get power out of the adapter and into here, I use this wire. It's I don't know what you would consider it, but it's a 2-wire cable that I had left over from a fuel injection setup, and I wired that directly to the positive and negative poles inside here. You can actually take this apart with those 4 screws, get to the contacts, and solder your wire directly to it. So you can see that's soldered, or that's installed there. It comes out, it goes into the box, goes to the input side, and then our output side. You can see the output side there, positive and negative, goes to the cable. And then that's just the same cable that I used before in order to plug directly into the Mini. And that's what I did to mitigate the old low voltage issue. And it seems to be working correctly. I'll go ahead and link the low voltage cutoff, this is the part number that I received from Amazon. I guess it won't focus because there we go. That's the item number for the low voltage cutoff circuits boards, and this is the part number for the enclosures that I bought. You might want to buy one that's maybe a 22, 23 millimeter, unless you want to just trim it like I did. But again, I wouldn't do anything that I did, because I could very, very well burn my house down. So be careful what you do. I followed, as far as changing the cells in this battery to bring it back, I just followed some tutorials that I saw on the internet. So if you have any questions, let me know.